Hello Libra, I'm Tortor, and today I'm going to be giving you a general reading for the month of March 2018, using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. So, guidance for Libra for the month of March 2018. General reading for Libras, March 2018. What do Libras need to know for March 2018? Past, Nine of Swords. I think you've been feeling a little bit frazzled of late. It feels like you have been giving power to unnecessary worries, maybe. The brain naturally dwells on perceived threats, but most of the terrible things you imagine, they'll never come true. When you get carried away in an anxious thought, you may start to believe that everything is out of control and a disaster. But that is usually not the case at all. Is what happened as bad as it felt? Is it really that bad? Is it a real concern or a figment of your imagination? Maybe you've been trying to do too many things and have had your mind in so many places at once. You were emotionally feeling cross-eyed and you were leaving bits of information all over the place. Maybe you'd even become forgetful, left things unfinished and kept misplacing items. Maybe it felt like you'd become quite scatty, your brain had been punctured multiple times and all of your thoughts kept falling out. You'd been finding it hard to focus on one thing and had been losing track of many things. You don't like feeling off balance. And at the moment, the scales are tipping back and forth. Remember to breathe. Things are likely not as bad as they seem. You may indeed have been facing struggles, but remember that you do not have to be a prisoner in your own mind. You can step back, calm down, and look at the bigger picture. You need to treat yourself with kindness and trust that you're doing the best you can. This card often arises when there's negative self-talk happening. You're muddying the entire experience and it can cause great confusion within. As you take the time to relax a bit and breathe, you can discover clear thoughts and not immediately believing the negative internal monologue that plays in your head. Up until now, hopefully you have become wiser through experience. So you've made mistakes and hopefully learnt what you would not like to do again. You have all the tools you need to get through any conflicts that arise as well. Present, Son of Pentacles. You feel a little ashamed and annoyed at yourself. You are old and wise enough, but you should know better and have a better hold on things, especially your thoughts. You might worry that this is a sign of age, that you're getting more forgetful because you are older than you were, but maybe you just need to slow yourself down. Stop rushing around and dropping things all over the place. Focus on one task and get it done, and then move on. I think you need to reanalyze and lead a slightly simpler life for a while. Maybe have a bit of time to yourself if you can and unscramble your thoughts on your own. Stop allowing the people around you to frazzle you. It's great if you keep getting invited to places and other people enjoy your company, but I feel like maybe you've almost become a servant to everybody else's needs and you haven't really focused on your own needs. Now is the time to be alone with your thoughts for a little while. You need time to think and process. This card might ask you to consider how you've been approaching a given situation. It could be necessary to call upon your work ethic, your willingness to assess reality, and act accordingly. Just make sure you're not obsessing with tiny details to the detriment of seeing a bigger picture. This card also reminds us that where we do place our attention is where we will expand the most. So make sure that you're putting your attention on the things you really want to grow and the places that you want to have success. This is a time to allow yourself to be fully involved in creation and You know, whatever is taking your fancy, give it your full attention. You've sown the seeds and they're ready to bloom into magnificent things around you. Feel like every action you take at this time won't be gone to waste, so don't hesitate in taking steps towards your goal. Future, 10 of Wands. I get the feeling that having consolidated your thoughts, you have realised there's a pile of things that you want to do for yourself, not for anyone else. Now this looks like quite a big pile, so remember you must tackle these things one at a time. Don't get into the same mess as before and try to juggle a million things. It's hard to see which thing is rising to the top, but something will surface and your gut will let you know that that's where you should start. Work your way through these things and you will feel much more at peace and like you have returned to your favoured balanced equilibrium. Carefully balance other commitments with the things you want to do for yourself, and you will retain that inner calmness that keeps your thoughts and your progress on track. This card reminds us that enthusiasm is not the only necessary ingredient. The energy of Wands can lead to taking on more projects, tasks than we can reasonably carry. When we reach this maximum capacity, everything becomes a bit burdened, and it is necessary to prioritise and to declutter so that we can get all of the good stuff out of what we're doing. Now that you are underway to completing what you have started, but you must do this one step at a time. And remember to take rests as well. The feeling of quitting may be present actually, but a lot of this energy is due to you putting the small tasks ahead of the main goal. And also not chilling out enough. You need to get a work-life balance. You have so much that you want to accomplish that it is equally important to maintain a life whilst working on your visions and goals. Don't get pulled into a tunnel vision and become a workaholic, because that really isn't going to work for you at the moment. In fact, it won't really work for you at any point. So I feel like you're also getting inspiration from unexpected places at the moment. So just allow yourself to have some playtime and move forward with the energy you have to create your visions and dreams. They can be bigger and better than you could ever possibly imagine. Don't be too quick to undervalue the power of having fun. Key message: try to complete one task at a time and don't let your mind run away with itself.